my breath, scared to rock the boat and make a mess, so I sit quietly.
Okay, hey, it's Chef Jamil and we're back, and now I have the entire crew. So this is the group that we are forming, Women to Women. And so what I wanted to do today here on CHICpeas Conversations in the Kitchen, because we're still in the kitchen. It's the other half of the day. We still got this cute spring sunlight.
Nice.
Coming this spring. So I want to introduce you to Vonda. Vonda is an educator. She has how many years?
Ooh, we're talking about maybe 25, 27 years.
Okay, who are you educating?
Yeah, so I'm educating middle school, high school. I teach history, sociology, psychology. So, but my passion is really sociology and psychology.
I love that. I love that.
I love it.
So again, disclaimer, Vonda teaches sociology and psychology. She does not practice as a therapist. So what we share with you here today is just our feelings and our thoughts and just our common experiences. But we are not licensed to diagnose you nor give you any kind of feedback on what may be something that you have a question about. But we'll share with you so that you can maybe see another perspective on what it is that you think about if it's something that's a topic that we cover. So, Conversations in the Kitchen is moving on with Vonda K. Moore today.
Okay.
Now. So I had Arlene earlier. You gotta go, Mom. I love you. Say
bye
to Arlene.
Say bye to Arlene.
Say bye to Arlene. Okay. Now it's
Bye, guys.
Bye. Now it's Vonda's turn. Now, Vonda, where you from?
So I'm originally from Brooklyn, grew up in Long Island.
I'm not from
Long
Brooklyn, but
Island.
y'all see how excited I get, right? Because y'all
I know.
I love Brooklyn.
Because listen, Brooklyn has that edge. You know, people that come from Brooklyn, we always rep Brooklyn. And even though we move somewhere else, we always tend to rep Brooklyn. So
I'm a
that's
Bronx
just how
girl.
it is. Bronx, you know, we ride with Bronx too.
There you go.
Yes, I used to work in the Bronx. Made a lot of good connections there.
You know that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a Bronx girl thing.
Yes, it is.
Especially
it
if
is.
you're
It's a
Latina.
Bronx girl thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Big up Latinas.
Yeah. So now today I've come back with Vonda, the second half of the day, because again, Conversations in the Kitchen, we're segueing into this really deep dive conversation, the events that we're going to be hosting, and I just wanted to give you an idea about what Vonda brings to the table and her thoughts and her feelings about certain topics that we're going to be covering.
So, you know, I think my perspective is always a little bit raw, a little bit uncut, and a little bit earthy. So when I hear different conversations, I'm always one to just try to inspire to get a different point of view. In my classroom, I do the same thing. When I'm around women, it's the same thing. I just want to inspire you to just be yourself. A lot of times we are very inhibited of saying different things. We're very cautious. We don't want to be real because I think that we think that people are going to judge us, and this is a judge-free zone.
What's a real thing for you? Like when you say we don't want to be real, what's a real thing?
You know, I'm that person that will always bring up things like marriage and sex, or I'll bring up the.
I think that needs to be our next event.
Yeah, marriage and sex. And you know what? I was saying women that get pregnant, and when they get pregnant for the first time, I was talking to a young lady at my job, and she was talking about her experience and she was only about 4 months, and she thought she was halfway there. I said, no, baby girl, you got a long way to go. And as her body is starting to change, she started to say, but I haven't gained a lot of weight. No, you haven't. No, because everybody gains weight differently.
Yeah.
So so it's kind of like, I like to have those kind of conversations. They're just regular conversations, everyday conversations,
Organic.
but very organic, but things that I wish somebody had told me. And when I was in that, when I was going through that stage of my life, I wish someone said to me something else. I needed that. And
I
some
wish
people
somebody
need
had
that.
told me that my body was gonna get out of shape.
Right. And then what you need to do. And not that when you're having a baby, that's a pass for you to eat whatever you want to
Right,
eat. Even
it's
though
not.
you may feel that you can, and you can, it's your prerogative, but you still want to be healthy at the same time.
Yeah,
so,
know that if you want to be cute and snatch, you're gonna have to work out.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get on a treadmill or a track.
Yeah, you're gonna still have to get it in,
Yeah.
And then also, and I also brought up that when the baby comes, you still got to get it in. Like literally, like with your husband
We
or
talking about
your
the
man,
sex, yes.
your baby daddy, whoever it may be. you know, and we tend to forget that too
Yeah.
because we lose ourselves in our children. So I think those are the kind of conversations that we will have. And
But
then,
we tend to forget that we have the need to do that for ourselves.
Yeah, we do.
It's not just for the guy.
Absolutely.
Don't
No,
even
for
believe
us.
that. For us.
For us.
Right?
Because the baby takes precedent over everything.
Yes.
Over you, over him,
Mm-hmm.
over the relationship, over everything that comes first. So you have to remember that you have
Yeah.
to stay in touch with yourself.
Yep.
You know?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah,
I
so-
love that, Vonda.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for us to bring this series to other women,
Yes.
to the everyday woman, to have these conversations that we're not having,
Yep.
to talk about sex in ways that we're not talking about sex openly,
Mhm,
you know,
mhm,
and safely. You know, I found out like we're not having the sex conversations. Well,
As we should.
Gen Xers have not been having the sex conversations as we should have with our millennial kids.
Right.
I found that out, you know, all by chance, you know, talking to one of my nieces, and I was really shocked. But I also found out within that same time period that the AIDS is back on the rise, especially within that generation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we haven't been
Yeah.
having those conversations
Yes.
about wearing protection,
Yes.
having safe sex,
Yes.
and, you know, hookups and things
Yes,
of that nature.
that generation and the older generation, because I think that the older generation, we're talking about maybe our 40s, 50s, and above, they
Yeah.
feel that they don't have to protect themselves either. It's almost
can
like it
still
doesn't
get
exist. You can still get
No matter if you
diseases.
80,
You can still
if
get
you're doing
STDs.
it, you can get
know,
it.
and I think that they feel like, oh, if I haven't gotten it from back then, I'm not gonna have it now.
I'm too old to get it.
That's not the
I can
case.
get some, but I can't get it. No.
Yep.
Don't be deceived.
Yes.
So
yes.
we have to protect ourselves in our
Yes.
community and know that these things are still out there. They still exist. They still exist, and they're being downplayed in the media now.
Yes.
And because they're being downplayed in the media, and there's all these other movements happening, we're not hearing about like the promotion of using condoms
No.
and the promotion of
No.
having safe sex. All that conversation
No.
is dead now because
No.
we're too busy focusing on things
It's
that
a
we should
free for
focus
all.
on. Yeah,
it's a
free-for-all.
free for all right now.
Yes.
It's just like everybody feels that they're invincible. Now, we're not going to be here to promote, you know, anything. We're just going to talk about let's put the cards on the table and let's just say, you know, what is what. Like if you're going to engage, these are the things that you need to do.
Yes.
You know, and there's so
And
many
if you
things I
have
want to talk about.
questions, we're gonna ask questions, and we want you to ask questions because we want to hear.
Yeah,
what
we
want to
hear what you
about.
think and what questions that you want to answer. Like we can
Yeah.
have those discussions. Anything that you think that we can bring to the table, please bring it.
and what misconceptions we may have.
Absolutely.
Maybe we think that people are not getting their information, and they are. Could be misconception. But if we're not
Absolutely.
talking to each other, how can we know?
Right.
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 But I do know that AIDS is on the rise again.
It is.
And I do know that we need to be paying
It
attention
is.
to that as much as we need to be paying attention to young black men being shot in the street,
Yes.
in their homes, in their
Yes.
backyards, and everywhere
Yes.
else.
We have to educate our young brothers, our
Mm-hmm.
young sisters of how to handle themselves out there now. You know, when we have young kids and,
Yeah.
you know, we have to be very cautious. I have to tell my son every day what he needs to do before he even leaves the house.
Can I tell you, I have a dear friend, a sister of mine. She is Filipino. And her sister is also my friend. So I was spending time with her yesterday. And she said to me that her son, who is, I think, all of maybe 8 years old or 7,
Oh.
had a little emotional breakdown because of the news talking about the young man being shot
Yeah.
in the yard. And he asked, because he has friends of color in his class, Mommy, what's going to happen to this person? Is he going to get killed too? What's going to happen to my other friend? Is he going to get killed too? Why are we having these conversations? Why are our children coming home worrying about their friends being dead? That doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense, but that's the reality.
Yeah.
And the reality is that we have to sit down and talk to them. We have to have real hardcore conversations with our kids. And we need to be involved in our communities. You have to be involved in your communities and let people be more aware. Have your neighborhood watch. People should, you know, where we live, it's that people are very nosy and I'm not mad at it. I mean, as long as you're looking to see that, oh, you saw my son the other day? Oh, good, thank
What
you.
happened to the
What did you
neighbor
say
that-
to my
yes,
son?
what happened
Did you
to the
say hi to
neighbor?
him? Absolutely. Like, yeah, big him up. You know, say,
Yes.
oh, what's up? Let him know that you do see him
Yeah.
because that's neighborhood watch. And a lot of people, they just
Move
follow,
away
you
from
know,
that.
They don't do that anymore. We got to go back to that. We got to reclaim our own.
Yes, absolutely. And we also have to get to the space where, now it's like, oh, you better not put your hands on my kid. Let me tell you something.
Oh my God.
If your child's about to do something that a cop will shoot him over, I'm gonna put my hands on your kid. I'm gonna snatch him and pull him away from that situation. You need to be thanking me.
Okay, exactly. And I don't want to hear no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's education. Like you have to let them know. Look, I have you, and your child is like my child, and that's what we need to look for. We have to look out for each other. And that's what this is all about. Women to women is all about sisterhood, upliftment. I heard you guys, your conversation earlier about how when you walk into a room and how women don't acknowledge each other. And I think that is really something that we need to make, we have to acknowledge that. Like, we are here for each other, and we need to be able to lift up each other. So when you see someone, hey, how you doing? What's up, sis? Oh, hey, my sister. Why it gotta be like that, though? Why? Yeah, she might not be a sister like that, but she might have something that you may need. You never know.
I have a sister. Y'all know I got like 10,000 sisters. I talk about this all the time. I don't have any blood sisters, all right? It's okay.
And that's why, too.
I'm good.
I'm like that, too.
I'm good with that. But every sister that I have been blessed, that I can call my sister, that has been put in my path by the universe, by God, that has been able to be there for me, to be a stand for me, to be a friend for me.
Yes.
I'm grateful for that.
Absolutely.
And my sister has basically, had me to understand, listen, I got you.
Yes.
You may not be my blood sister.
Right.
But I got you before I got my real sister.
Right.
That's scary. They have these broken relationships. They're not willing to forgive their blood sister.
Yes.
But they're willing to call me sister.
Right.
I'm going to stand for you forgiving your sister. I'm going to stand for you working out whatever it is that has happened, that has broken up your family dynamic, that has caused you to not trust other women because of what's going on with you and your sister.
Yes. Yes. That's such a good point.
Yeah.
That's such a good point.
I mean, that's a conversation we need to have too.
Yeah.
Fix your relationship with your real sister too. Don't just call me your sister. Let's work on the relationship with your real sister. And for those of you who are in my position that you're being called sister to someone who actually has a real sister she doesn't even speak to, make it your responsibility to get those two sisters to talk again. Yeah. That's important.
Yeah, definitely. Each one teach one.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. We have to spread that joy. We have to spread that love. So, let's explore that.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Vonda.
Thank you, Jay.
So, you know what? One of my sisters, and this is so funny how I met Vonda. So, one of my sisters has a best friend named Vonda, Vonda K.
Vonda K is
just
our
like
name.
this Vonda K. And so, one of my newer sister friends introduced me to this Vonda K.
Yes.
So, me and my sister both have our own Vonda K.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. She's in California. I'm in New York.
Yes.
So
thank you for popping in.
Yes.
Thanks, Vonda.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited that
we are going to take this to a whole nother level.
Yes.
Watch out.
So keep watching. Thank you for watching today. This is Conversations in the Kitchen. Chef Jamil. Please look out for me on Facebook, Chef Jamil and CHICpeasnyc, as well as on Instagram for CHICpeasnyc. And we will talk to you soon. Peace out.
Peace.
Steady brushing off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound. Like thunder gonna shake the ground. You help me